Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Loco here, back with some more Hearts of Iron 4, playing the BlackICE mod as Japan. So, basically, in the last video, for those of you who watched it, for those who didn't, just to let you know, China actually declared war on us. Did not see that coming. So, what we need to do is basically get on this front line as quickly as we can, start an offensive line, probably down to this river. Who's this? Yeah. Down to this river over here. Cut them all the way off. That's going to be the initial offensive line, but we need to move the troops there as quickly as possible, because we have no one on the border anymore. So we're going to get all the troops into position before we start losing too much territory there. As well as this, we're going to start moving now our main fleet in a search and destroy mission into the Yellow Sea and into the East China Sea. As well as our main fleet, we are also going to send our sub-fleets. One to do some convoy raiding in the China Sea, East China Sea, and the Yellow Sea. And send the other submarines in for more search and destroy in case there is any naval vessels in the area which we can engage. Okay, so aircraft we need to start moving as well. So we do have fighters, bombers, send everything we've got at them. So these are naval ones, so actually no, could you do port strikes? Yeah. Okay, so we're just going to do this, more air superiority, close air support, strategic bombing, interception, and air support. So we'll do some work over there. We do need more aircraft though to assist. We've got some here. This should help us. Okay, so these are going to be close air support, strategic bombing, close air support. I have another one, strategic bombing as well. Fighters obviously doing air superiority, so we do have a lot of aircraft now into position as well. And let's get things going. We do have air superiority over the region, and we do have, should have naval superiority as well soon. Once the ships get there, we will. We are attacking their ports, which is good. They've got a lot of ships there, so. Okay, so our men are arriving now on standby, so. Ooh, they've got air superiority here now. They do have a hell of a lot more fighters than us. Is there any more air bases we can send aircraft to? Let's deal with this. Got a few more fighters, not enough though. Should try and help us out. Missing production equipment, which is probably an aircraft type, 92 fighter. Is the old stuff? No, we're not doing old stuff. So we've got naval control, and we do have air superiority as well. So now the majority of our army is on standby. We're going to go on the offensive, and we're going to do it aggressively. Most equipment is light bombers, which we don't want to do as well. If it's old equipment, we don't want to be using it. We are losing some territory in certain places. That can stop now. That'll teach them. Damn manpower losses. Okay, so what do we want to do while the war's raging on, since it's raging on? Play a war on everybody. Spiritual mobilization. Guess there's more men. Okay, so lend lease, all that kind of stuff, all that jazz. What do we need? It's going to be difficult now to do this because of the situation we're in. We are doing port strikes, which is good. Our ships are everywhere they should be. It's going to be a hard fight because of the size of the target which we've got, but we're going to keep pushing them back now. We should start pushing them. If we take Tianjin, that's going to be good for us. Start to take some territory now. Also, as I get into a position. Okay, these can do some garrison stuff later on. It's going to be a hard fight doing it with this amount of men, but it's something we need to do. We do have MPs over in this area there at the moment. It's a victory point as well, so we need to do that. What casualties we're suffering? We've lost 101,000 men. We have lost 5,000. So they're suffering heavy losses so far, and they're already 7% towards capitulation. So we're now starting to gain ground, which is good. It's a new flagship there. Need to rename the actual fleet as well soon, but this is most important. We're starting to gain ground in some areas now. We're starting to lose ground in places as well, to be fair. We'll assign these guys to them as well. Okay, send the motorized in as well. I've got more motorized over here. A few more divisions of these kind will help. Okay, so send some more. 3 military factories. What do we need? What do we need? What do we need? We are short on everything at the minute. This war couldn't have come at a worse time. We weren't ready for it. We managed to take this capture point, which is good. We're actually doing some good work against the Chinese. In terms of in the air, we are doing some work. Enemy divisions getting hit. There's a large pocket here which we need to. Hey, it's managed to the war's kicked in. We've managed to push that pocket now. Okay, I've got faith in the men. Fleets are doing good. There's been no naval battles at the minute. They must have all their ships in port, which is going to make me do more port strikes. There we go. Right, so we've got more population now to recruit, which is good. We can leave all that for now and keep doing some expansional stuff. No template for the tanks, which is fine. Outdated equipment is the ships. We're at the war. Oh. Yeah, this has some ships. We do have aircraft there now. Naval engagements is on the way. More research and development's been done in construction. Let's just slow us down a little bit. That's one thing I do with this game. Just advise not to rush things. Resource efficiency gain 30%. Construction, we've got some repairs to do there. I also want to build some oil places. And some steel, because we also get aluminium with that as well. And it's essential. Okay, so at the minute, so far, so good. We have actually started to push them back. There was a stranglehold at first on this front line. We have broke through their defences, but there was a lot of forts there. Now we've pushed through though. There doesn't look to be any stopping us. And I've still got good decent levels of supplies and organisation, so we need to keep it up, keep on the pressure. It's just a huge country to be able to take, but I feel if we do take large swathes of land on the coastline, we should be alright. However, I could land some marines. I've got 4 divisions. No, I'm not going to risk that. Yeah, we're not going to risk that. We are fighting very aggressively. So we'll do it in a balanced manner now. Calm it down a bit. We have pushed quite far down past their defensive lines, which is good. So we need to just cut it back a little bit. We've got a river to cross now, so if we do have an issue there, we can be more aggressive again shortly. We're going to annex this land as well soon. So far so good. Take that land quickly. Then we can use the divisions line. 5 Ministers Conference. Ooh, what to do? The 5 Ministers Conference was a meeting between 5 important Japanese ministers in which they laid out a plan for Japanese expansion. It was decided to expand southwards into China and other parts of Asia. The Soviet Union was not ignored, however. The part of the plan was to build up a large enough army to be able to defeat the Soviet Union. Prime Minister Archie generally approved of the plan, but stressed the importance of maintaining good will with the United Kingdom and the United States. Prime Minister Archie agreed with the plan, but decided to let the army and navy draw up detailed plans. So, this is the predicament we have. There's two things we can do. Expand to the north. Military factories, research, infrastructure, ports, military zone, bombers. Attack the Reds. Reconstruct the USA. Here we get. I'm gonna go with the Navy. Because we want to work on the south. So that is the direction which we're going to head in. Soviet, no, we're not going to do that. That'll be late. We don't need any way that works. We could do the things ourselves. We'll go down the other route. We don't want to irritate the Soviets in any way, shape or form, if we can help it. Okay, so in terms of the war, at the moment we have lost almost 10,000 men. The enemy have lost 237,000. The Chinese are ill-equipped and they're not got the strength that we have. To try and sink some of their ships while they're in port. Okay, so modify the government. What can we modify? We'll leave these at the moment. Military High Command. We can do division attrition minus 8%, or we can do attack and defense, which we'll do that. We'll do that. Okay, so far so good. Recruitment side, we could. These could take time to get these divisions, and the supplies could be used elsewhere. However, I feel we're going to need more men if we're going to do this push. We could just use those, like these divisions. I think we're going to do. Okay, so what I'm going to do. Scrap that. That's going to help us out massively in here. Why is this not doing it? No factories assigned. There we go. Factories are now assigned. That's going to be done any moment. This is going to be done soon. That's definitely helping us. Hopefully we've got enough divisions just to do the task at hand. March across the river, okay, so we don't need to speed that up anyway at all. We can actually edit that as well now. Should we not? Should we edit the divisions? It's going to lose strength. Pause that. So what's our organisation? 29. Hey, the combat width isn't bad. It's using a lot of men supplies. We're going to leave it. Actually, we'll leave that. The main plan was to change it, but I think for the infantry we'll use large numbers. For the other divisions, I think they'll change it. Okay, so we've got factory plus 2%. That's good. So we take this wave of land here, then we're going to look on his next battle plan. Which is going to be an issue because we don't have the numbers to be able to take the entirety of China. We are starting to struggle a little bit on the front here because we don't have the aircraft close enough. Are we taking the air bases yet? No, there's an air base here. Once we take this air base, we can then move some aircraft from here over here so we've got closer. Okay, so we need to basically swoop down the coast, taking out some of these key victory points, but once again it's going to be difficult. Right, that's done. Get this carrier done, and get these done as well. Battleships are almost done, destroyers are almost done, sorry. Submarines still away, well, one's done, just then. Then we need to look at what we need to get. What's happening here with this fleet? New carrier, it's a light carrier. That's a main carrier, so it's good. Okay, so far, so good. The war's going as we expect it to. Oh. Resistance will be dealt with later on once we're in the war. Anything we can do to edit these divisions? We could put some artillery in here, try and remove some artillery from this. We could probably put an anti-tank gun in there later. What else can we do? There's not really a lot we can. That's fine, to be fair. Cavalry recon. Could change it to different reconnaissance battalion. Yeah, these will be edited later on. Okay, so where's the resistance? Up here. We can swivel. That'll be fine. Right, so Marshall territory is still pushing them back quite far. We've now taken the airbase. So these aircraft are going to move here. So northern China, eastern China. So where are we fighting now? We're almost. We're almost doing northern China. So they need to push in there and take that out quickly. So we're going to move all the aircraft now into eastern China. Okay, so we're doing some serious damage over there. Anything else we can do on industry at this moment in time? Infrastructure research would be good. Organizing loss from moving minus 2%. Ooh, that'd be good. Oh, that'd be really good. Right, do that. Anything else we can do on engineering? We could do reinforce rate 5%, so that's sorted as well. Free dockyard. Nearly got these other ships done. What's happening here? Got a lot of aircraft in the oceans, which we can use. There are more fighters we can send. '27 should hopefully do it. That pocket's now been crushed, so we're still moving south, so that's heading well. We need to destroy this area here. So we can concentrate all our men on the front here. We've almost gone and taken the line we need to take. Gun dismisses bit, yes, that's done. This is all done. Don't need any of that. Okay, advanced torpedoes. Research slot would be good. Research time has 5%, factory output 10%, dockyard output 10%, 2 times industry. That's good. We need that. Right, so what else we got? 2 more, so that's almost done as well. Troublesome. That's fine. So that's done. So we're going to finish off with these as soon as we can. Got another carrier in the group now. Excellent. So we've got 7 carriers now. We need to keep constructing carriers. Which once all the fleet's done, we're going to start working on what we need. So these now need to all get back onto this front line. 35 divisions. Once all the men are in position, then we'll be in a better place. So what's actually happening with this? We should have all this equipment we now need 2 a week, so we're going to do some work on that. Some more things we can do. And on there. Okay, so that's all looking good. Troops are now moving back into a better position. We assume... No deal for now. The men just advanced on their own nicely. Chinese started this war, but we're going to surely end it. Structure-wise, it's looking okay. We do have a lot of civilian factories now. Infrastructure's being highly damaged, though. Something to keep an eye on. More submarines are being constructed. There's nothing really happening in terms of naval warfare. Oh. Took out 8 of their close air support aircraft and we lost 7, so suppose that's a victory for us. Bit of convoys there. We need to keep up the work. What else can we get? Not that yet. Don't want that. Even though some of these is good. Consumer good factories, which is going to be a pain in the ass. Right, any of these we want to do yet? 1936 still. So we could do small arms. Get it done. More dockyards. So when these ships are done, it'll be really good because we're like steel at the minute. We're just out of steel. Okay, I'm a commander. Division attrition minus 8%. Capital, that'd be good, but we need the ground fort. The army is what's doing the fight at the moment. Even though we have gone with the navy's plan down the long term, it's the army which are doing the grunt of all the work. We lost a division. Okay, so we're going to have a new offensive line, which is going to stretch us extremely thin. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We can do that. We can do that. It's going to be hard, but they're going to have to do it. Okay, can we do some editing on actually some stuff? Ooh, we can. Get some other equipment edited. We're going to do some messing about later on anyway, but for now we're not going to. We've got sniper teams done, we've got infantry anti-tank. So I don't think they use any tanks, but that will come in handy later on. In our interest of world domination, so we need to get sniper teams, and we need to drop that down by quite a few, to be fair. Let's get that back up. We're quite down on sniper teams, but obviously we're filling out numbers. Right, so we are losing some territory. We're going to start getting thin. Our lines are going to be thinning out very soon, which is going to be a problem. But we've got to keep going. Supply is in good stead, so hopefully it's not too bad. We could do with sending everybody. Sending more divisions in should help us. Okay, in terms of the Navy, heavy cruiser, light cruiser, need battleships. That's what we need. You don't have heavy cruisers, and that's all they're having in terms of heavy cruisers. They need battleships. So we're going to build a battleship. Fast battleship like that, that's cheap to build. A year to build it. So we'll move that over there and we will build 3. Which, once we get these steel sorted out, will be good to go. Okay, this isn't really happening still. It's well, it's getting there. Okay, so how's the war effort going? We're still managing to push the Chinese further back. Not going to be too overly aggressive just yet, because it's working as it is anyway. I don't want to overextend our lines because we're already doing that right now. Okay, so what do we have here? Any more? Any more? No. Once these other destroyers are done, other armoured cruisers are going to move down to these destroyers to create another fleet later on. Hopefully, I'll have a couple of fleets. I'd like to have 4 going if we could. It's going to be a bit big ass though, to be fair. Just keep constructing them. What we're down on at the minute? Robo can get rid of 1. Non's imported. Importing 40 oil, 52 steel. Steel's a pain. Well, cycles production. Yeah, it's good, it's good, it's good. So all helps. Get rid of that. Once we get these factories up, that'll help massively, because what they give us: 4 aluminium, 8 steel. Okay, so we push back slightly in these areas here. Get that rival between those. That's good. And get an extra research slot. Can't go wrong with an extra research slot. Ooh, the Chinese pushing up further there. We've got some more troops moving into position now to be able to cut them off. Need these guys to move in as well. Taking key positions. So far, so good. The war effort's going as expected. This needs dealing with, but once this is done, 5th February, ooh, my days. Once they're done, I'll leave room for that. Magazine Fort Raid, Fall Nanjing. Okay, how's statistics looking? So, China is now 53% towards capitulation, losing almost 1 million men. 919,000 men lost, 920,000 to our casualties, a total of 55,000. That is just staggering. We just keep pushing more of these territories to take, the better it is. Shanghai is our next aim. Just need to keep pushing. That's building a little bit better now. Once we get steel sorted out, get another battleships built. Get probably bigger battleships, proper armoured ones. Okay, so far so good. Mechanical computing, that's done. So we can do some. Let's have a look at other things. concentrate mainly on technology and that. We need to get our fighters upgraded. Once we get to a level step, probably around about 1940s fighters, I'll be happy there for some time. But we do need to increase these. 46 days, so that's not going to take a hell of a long time. But I feel that we're going to need quite a bit of respite between this, at least 12 months, between this fight and the next one to upgrade our equipment and get us in a position where we can advance further. Capturing more factories, which is good. Drop these down a bit, increase these. We've got 5 left, so 3 there, 2 there. That should get them done pretty soon. Number 2. In terms of ships, almost done, so I want another. That's 3 battleships there. So out of the steel, it's 1 a year. I don't think it's going to get much better than that. So we're going to do construction on the proper battleships. Five years, Jesus Christ. Once we've protected, add to S5 2-seater. Yeah, do that. Purchase 72 to be our attempt to purchase. The Seversky. Tokyo, Seversky. We'll have a look at that in a moment. So, done. So, what we're building. That, 5 years. Jesus. 2 of those. Do that in a moment. Research. Let's have a look. Where is it? Seversky? Where is it? Where is it? Something we can just do. Armory's escort duties. Naval fighter. I think that could be quite good to have. Yeah, we'll have a bit of work on that. Great, so government modifier, the last one which we're going to have. Carriers, sortie efficiency, capital ship armour. Ground support 50%, we'll do that. We don't want to do anything else with the ships at the minute till we get sorted out. Once we've got these constructed, these 2, then we can focus on what we actually need to do. These 5 battleships though should help. Now I'm going to take 1.5 a year. 958. In 1.5 years. 2 of them being built. Also get steel sorted out. Got to build more destroyers. Where we're going to build these though. We'll put these with the other ones. How many's there? 13, so we want about 50. So 14, 15, 16. That'll do. 37 of those. That should max that out. Okay, so let's have a look at the last bit of war effort. Move in and take Shanghai quickly. My god, we're advancing everywhere all over the front. We'll get this video in a moment though, guys. Got to record some of the Romanian stuff. Take some of these territories. They could fall soon. Mars workshop's done, so we need to do some work on. Yeah, do that. Okay. Definitely concentrating heavily on our Navy, and Air Force needs sorting out. Naval research could look to be done. Could we take these regions? Let's have a look at the war effort. So they are 75% towards capitulation, 1 million men. So 1 million men dead. We've got 64,000 casualties, so it's looking good. Naval combat, what's happened? Damn, we need to take out their aircraft. Oh, we've destroyed a destroyer of theirs. H-Part promoted. Shanghai's fallen. Could do against some more submarines as well. Main submarine base of construction is going to be somewhere in the north. Over here. That could be the main headquarters for the subs. Yeah, we need to end this in a moment. It's been a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but I'm enjoying it. Those regions are gone. That can't be looking good for them. 80%. France and Britain announced alliance. Radios are done. New aircraft sorted out. Excavation. Are we going to want radar? New force flying raid. Need that. Let's have a look at some. Oh my days. Last one we're doing on that E as well, and we're going to do some work on ships because that's going to help. Outdated equipment is Kawasaki K110. Aircraft. Get the new fighter. Got some great stuff on there. And that's it. What I'm going to do, guys, is I am going to end the video there because it's been quite lengthy. Other things to play, other things to record. The war is going successful. Our lines have been stretched out very thinly. However, the war is going to be over soon. I believed these other nations would have joined in with China, but they haven't. So that looks better for us. Shanxi should fall to us as well. But other areas to do. But after this war is completed, we need to consolidate, get our upgrades sorted out for the troops we've got, and work forward. Now, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, don't forget to give it a like. It really does help me out. The Sports channel. Any comments you've got, put them below, and I'll see you all on the next one.